Daisy's going to kill me. She told me not to, but I didn't listen. She said, don't shave your head. It's all gone. I think she's going to cut off the rest of my head. Yes, periodically I go through bouts where I cut my own hair and shave it all off. It all started one time when I lost a bet. Working in collections at the time, I had a team of people. We had a monthly goal to meet. And my boss was writing me about, are you going to hit the number? Are you going to hit the number? Which is what you hear constantly every single month that you work in collections until you burn out and leave. So I was very confident in my team, and I kept on telling him, we're going to hit the number, we're going to hit the number. But he would harp on it over and over again. So finally what I did, I said, look, if we don't meet the number, I will shave off my hair. That bought me some silence. He stopped asking, although he would pass by and run his hands through his hair. I knew what he meant. And so I went to my team. I said, look, team, you gotta do this for me. We gotta hit the number this month or else my hair is gone. And they're like, don't worry, Jim. We've got it. We've got everything lined up. We're going to hit the number. And so what happens at the end of the month? Just a little short. And sure, the next day the difference came in. But that doesn't count. When you have a goal, you have to hit the number at the right time. So I cut off my hair. A little bit shorter than I cut it this time. But it was a reminder to myself and to my team about the importance of reaching your goal and finishing and not ending up just a little bit short. So in that spirit of remembering that lesson, I cut my hair. It's a nice mnemonic for me of that time and of focusing on my goals. Not wanting to have to shave my head every month, I had to come up with other mnemonic devices to keep my team motivated, like my month-end money tie. So I'm starting to look a little clean-cut again, but some of you might be concerned about this mange on my face. I'm not getting rid of it. I love it. When I was at school, one of my professors, Professor Butler, had an interesting story about facial hair. And the really odd thing about Professor Butler, and I didn't know it at the time, I found it through the course of stories that he would tell, is that he spent so much time around my ex-father-in-law. They went to Fort Huachuca together when they were in the military. They served in Vietnam together. They served in the Pentagon together. My ex-wife, I got to come up with a different name for her other than calling her ex-wife, and I don't want to use her real name. Don't want to get sued. Kind of make up a name for her. Estelle? No, that's a little too Rodney Dangerfield. I'll call her Shelley. No, not as in Frankenstein. But that'll be easy enough for me to remember. So Shelley, as a child, used to run through Professor Butler's yard. And the story that Professor Butler told about facial hair was that he was a full bird while he was serving in the Pentagon. He was on the staff of Secretary Weinberg? Yeah, Secretary Weinberg. And he had a chance to go out as a one-star general. But there was one condition. He had to shave his mustache. You notice that there aren't any generals with any facial hair. And there's a reason for it. You don't get to go over that hurdle until you shave. And ironically, he refused to become a general because he wouldn't shave his mustache, because for him it was part of his manhood to have that. Now, when Shelley's father was in Vietnam, he had a mustache at that time, and we'd see pictures of it. But of course, as soon as he came home, he didn't have a mustache anymore. So, given Professor Butler's story, I always thought about how my mother-in-law had compelled Shelley's father to cut off that ratty mustache that he used to have. No, for me, and Professor Butler and my father-in-law, having facial hair doesn't mean that losing it means that we've lost our manhood. It's more, for him, was an expression of his own independence through his nonconformity. For me, I just like stroking it when I'm thinking. Being realistic, I know this radical change with my hair is going to cause me a lot of flack, especially with Daisy, female friends that have known me for a long time that prefer, more moderate hair on me, and also random YouTube trolls just commenting. So if any of you ladies, or gay guys for that matter, would like to leave a positive comment about my new hair, I'd appreciate it.